What is Prometheus primarily used for? Monitoring and alerting. Prometheus is an open-source monitoring and alerting toolkit designed for recording metrics and providing real-time insights into system behavior. What data model does Prometheus use to store metrics? Time series. Prometheus uses a time series database to store metrics, where each metric is associated with a timestamp and optional labels. What protocol does Prometheus use to scrape metrics? HTTP. Prometheus scrapes metrics via HTTP by sending GET requests to endpoints, usually /metrics, exposed by targets. In Prometheus, what is the smallest unit of time series data? Sample. Each time series in Prometheus consists of samples, where each sample has a timestamp, a value, and optional labels. Which language is Prometheus query language based on? PromQL. Prometheus uses its own powerful query language, PromQL, to query and analyze time series data. What component in Prometheus triggers alerts based on query conditions? Alert Manager. The Alert Manager handles alerts sent by Prometheus and manages notification integrations such as email or Slack. Which label in Prometheus is used to differentiate between time series from different sources? Job. The job label is used to differentiate between different sources or jobs that are being scraped by Prometheus. What kind of architecture does Prometheus use? Pull-based. Prometheus scrapes metrics by pulling data from targets at regular intervals instead of receiving pushed data. In Prometheus, what is a target? A specific endpoint being monitored. A target is a monitored endpoint that exposes metrics, typically via an HTTP/metrics endpoint. How would you query the average CPU usage over the last 5 minutes in Prometheus? Average_over_time CPU_usage 5 meters. This function calculates the average of a series over a specific time window, 5 minutes. How can you scale Prometheus horizontally to handle a large volume of metrics? Using Prometheus Federation. Prometheus can be scaled horizontally using a federation model, where multiple Prometheus instances scrape data from other Prometheus servers. What happens if a Prometheus target endpoint becomes unavailable? Prometheus will retry scraping. If a target becomes unavailable, Prometheus will retry according to the configuration, but may drop samples for missed intervals. What does the rate function in Prometheus do? Calculates the rate of change per second. The rate function computes the per-second rate of increase of a counter over a specified time window. What is the purpose of node_exporter in Prometheus? To expose system metrics from nodes, node_exporter is used to expose hardware and OS-level metrics, such as CPU, memory, and disk usage from machines to Prometheus. How would you configure Prometheus to monitor a new target? Edit. The Prometheus configuration file. Targets are added to Prometheus by configuring them in the prometheus.yml file under the scrape_config section. Which function in Prometheus is used to aggregate metrics over a range of time? Average_over_time. This function calculates the average of the values of a metric over a range of time, often used for historical analysis. What is federation in Prometheus? A way to aggregate data from multiple Prometheus servers. Federation allows Prometheus to scrape metrics from other Prometheus instances for scalability or separation. What is a counter in Prometheus metric types? A metric that can only increase. Counters are metrics that only increase over time and reset when the process restarts. How can you query the sum of memory usage across all instances in Prometheus? Sum memory underscore usage. The sum function can be used to aggregate the memory usage across all instances. What does scraping mean in the context of Prometheus? Fetching data from targets at intervals. Scraping refers to Prometheus collecting metrics data by pulling it from defined endpoints. How do push and pull models differ in monitoring systems like Prometheus? Pull collects data. Push sends data. In the pull model, Prometheus scrapes metrics from targets, whereas push models rely on the targets to send data to a central system.